Hey, Josh from Post Planner here. You just started a free trial with Post Planner, and this video is going to show you how to get set up in 5 easy steps. We've got 5 steps. Let's start with step number 1, which is connecting your social accounts. Okay, this is super easy. Jump in here to Settings Social Networks, and you're going to just simply click on these connect buttons. I'm going to go through all 8 networks right now. Let's start with Facebook. Click Connect. Continue as you, and there you go. I'm going to activate my Post Planner and my test page. All right, let's move on to Instagram. Click Connect, continue as you, select all, always select all, next. Make sure all of these are yes, and done. All right, and then click to activate them. All right, next, Google Business. Click Connect, choose your account, continue, and click to activate. All right, next, LinkedIn. Click Connect, click Sign In, and then click your profiles to activate. Next, Pinterest. Click Connect, give access, and click to activate. Twitter, same thing. I've already connected one during my onboarding. Now I'm going to click Connect More to add more. And then click to activate. I'm going to deactivate this one. Okay, let's move on to TikTok. Click Connect. Perfect. Click to activate. And then finally, YouTube. Click Connect. Choose your account and the YouTube account. And continue. And click to activate. All right, perfect. We have completed step 1. We've connected all 8 social networks. Let's move on to step 2. Step 2 is creating a posting plan for your posts. So let's go over here to posting plan and get that set up. Okay, right now we have one plan that is controlling the posts for all of our profiles. We don't want that. We want to make some different plans for different brands and different profiles. So this is plan 1. Right now it's for all. You can see my test pages and my Post Planner pages there. I'm going to create a new plan specifically for Post Planner accounts. But for this, I'm going to choose my Post Planner accounts that are not purely visual content. I'm going to make a separate plan for Instagram since that's a different kind of content. This is for Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter, where I'm going to share a mix of visual and link content. So I will create that new plan. Okay, now we got to think about how often we want to post every day. I'm going to start with just 2 posts a day, and I'm going to do, let's expand this. I'm going to do 7 a.m. all days and save. I'm actually going to delete all these 8 a.m. ones. So I'm going to do 1 post in the morning at 7 a.m. and then I'm going to do 1 post in the late afternoon at 4 p.m. All days, save. Okay, great. So if I contract this, now I have 2 posts a day, every day, 7 days a week, 1 post at 7 a.m., 1 post at 4 p.m. Okay, let's make one more plan for Instagram. Click Create a New Plan, choose Instagram, and New Plan. And here, I'm going to expand this. I'm going to do a little bit earlier. I'm just going to do 1 post a day for Instagram, and I'm going to send it out at 6 a.m. 6 a.m. all days, save. And then I'm going to delete all of these. Okay, great. So now I have 1 post a day going to Instagram and 2 posts a day going to my Facebook page, LinkedIn page, and Twitter account. Okay, we're done with step 2. We have our posting plan configured. Now let's move on to step 3. Step 3 is where we create some categories of posts that we can use to feed posts into these time slots. If we don't create these categories, you basically have to queue up a bunch of content and it's just gonna get in a big line and a big queue and go out according to these time slots. I wanna control that a little bit more with categories, what we call post buckets. So I'm going to create some buckets that will divide up my content, categorize my content so I can send out a certain kind of content at 7 a.m. and a different kind of content at 4 p.m. All right, to do that, let's jump over into buckets. Okay, here in buckets, I have some options that are pre-built buckets in case you don't have ideas on how to categorize your post. There's all kinds of buckets you can choose from here. I am actually going to choose this one, my blog posts. I'm going to change the name to PP Post Planner blog posts. And I'm going to choose, for the profiles that this can post to, I'm going to choose this color. Let's do, that color. And then I'm going to choose, I'm going to remove all of these and only have this bucket post to these 3 profiles, my Facebook page, my LinkedIn page, and my Twitter account. This is where I'm going to be sharing links to posts about my blog posts. So there we go. This bucket's going to be active all the time. It's not seasonal. It's active all the time. And I'm going to click Save Bucket. We now have our bucket for Post Planner blog posts. Now let's do another bucket for Post Planner branded content. This is going to be for images that are branded content for Instagram. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to click Create a Bucket. PP branded images. Let's just do branded pics to keep it short. Let's go with this color and let's add a description. All right, branded images to share to Post Planner's Instagram account. Okay, now I'm going to choose only the Post Planner Instagram account. Double click on there. Whenever you select profiles in Post Planner, you can always choose a single profile by double clicking on it. So I double clicked on that. This is the Post Planner Instagram account. I'm going to leave it as always active and save bucket. Okay, cool. Let's create one more bucket. This bucket will be for visual content that I curate from the content in the Post Planner app, which I'm going to show you in a second. I'm going to call this PP quote pics. I'm going to curate images with quotes on them because they seem to perform well. Quote images to share on PP Post Planner's accounts. All right. And here I'm going to choose blue. Okay, and I will make this account for all of the Post Planner accounts that I'm posting to: Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Twitter. This is going to be visual content, so it will work on all of these social networks. Okay, leave it always and save bucket. Okay, my buckets have been created. I have 3 categories of posts, and now I'm going to go back to my posting plan, and I'm going to change these plans so that they, instead of taking from just the default queue, these time slots are actually now going to take from buckets. Let's do this. Okay, so the 7 a.m. for these, I'm going to send out a blog post at 7 a.m. So I will choose PP blog posts, all days, 7 a.m. and save, and it will just replace those. Now you see that green color. And then in the afternoon, I'm going to send out a viral image with a quote on it. So I will go in here, choose PP quote pics, all days, and save. Okay, cool. So now every day of the week at 7 a.m. in the morning, I'm going to send out a link post that's going to share one of my blog posts. And then at 4 p.m., I'm going to send out some visual content, a quote on a pic. And I'm going to find that content in Post Planner in a second here. I'll show you how to do that. But before I do that, let's go to plan 3, which is for my Instagram. And I'm going to mix it up. We'll keep it at 1 post a day, but we're going to mix these up. So I'm going to do Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. I will pull from the quote picks, save. And then on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I'm going to pull from this Post Planner branded picks and save. All right, excellent. So I have 2 posting plans set up for my Post Planner accounts. Here, we're posting twice a day. Once in the morning, a blog post. Once in the afternoon, a quote pick. And then for this is my Instagram account. I'm posting 7 days a week, just once a day, but from a couple of different buckets, all visual content. All right, excellent. My posting plans are configured fully with buckets. Now it's time to find some content sources. All right, to find content sources, go to content. So this is a huge part of the Post Planner app. There's so many things you can do here. You can curate content from social media, from blogs. You can create content with AI, design content, find specific kinds of content like images or quotes or post ideas. You can browse your library. This is your library here. You can upload content to your library. Today, I'm going to show you how to create a content stream. A stream is actually a collection of content feeds. And there are various kinds of content feeds that you can tap into in Post Planner. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to click Curate from Social Media, and I'm not going to do streams right now. Right now, I'm going to search for some feeds on Facebook, LinkedIn, and RSS. I'm specifically going to create a stream with all of Post Planner's sources in it. So I'm going to turn off Reddit, and I'm going to add a search term, Post Planner. I'll just choose it here. And you'll notice that I have the Post Planner Facebook page, the Post Planner LinkedIn page, and the Post Planner blog. All right. And I am going to add that, and that. And now these 3 feeds will be added to a stream by clicking Save 3 Feeds. Okay, here's where I create my new content stream. I'm going to make it green like Post Planner. And I'm going to call it Post Planner Sources. Okay. And then the featured image, let's make it this one. And this is going to be public. Anyone can find it. Any stream that you create in Post Planner, if it's public, can be found by any other Post Planner user. So you can leverage other users' work, and you will see that in a second. Okay, but let's first create this stream. Okay, awesome. My stream has been created. I can see it right here. There's the Post Planner stream, and you can see it. There's already content coming through. If I click on this stream, this is all the articles that have been shared by these 3 sources in the last 12 months. So I can use these. I can click here to create a post, and I will show you more about that in a second. But first, I want to show you something even more powerful than this, than creating your own content streams. You can actually use the content streams created by other users. Now remember, I have that bucket that is quote picks, right? So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to search for quotes. And I'm specifically looking for streams. So I double clicked on there, and now I have all of the streams that have been created by Post Planner users that have quotes in the stream title, or at least they have a feed inside that has quotes in it, okay? All right, here we go. Let's check these out. Let's start with this one right here. This is 22. This stream has 22 Facebook pages in it. Let's check it out. Okay, this is looking pretty nice. So a bunch of content here with text on images that I can share. This looks pretty good, so I'm going to save it. You'll notice that it is, when I save it, it's added over here to my streams. I'm going to go back. Let's check out this one. Also looks good. Let's save that one. Let's go back. Maybe this one. Save. Back. Let's check that one. Save. That one's okay, but we can always remove it if we don't like it. Back. How about this one down here? Save. And let's do one more, maybe this one. And save. Now you notice that I have a ton of content here. So let's take note of that, and we're going to come back to this and use this content in our future posts. But first, well, we're done with that step. So now we have found our content sources. I can access them anytime here in content. If I come in here to content, you can see the recently viewed streams that you viewed. This is the latest content from the most recent one here, and you can access this anytime. Okay, step 4 is done. We've found our content sources. We're going to come back to this and use these sources in a second. But let's get to step 5, which is the most important step of all, which is creating posts. Okay, to create posts in Post Planner, just click Create Post. This is the Post Composer, and it is a 4-step process. You choose your post destination, you add your content, you customize the post for each network, and then you create the post. It's 4 steps. Okay, we're going to start by creating a post, a single post for our bucket PP blog posts. Okay, so you notice that when I click this bucket, I can see the 3 profiles that this will post to. And I am going to create a link post here, and I'm going to use AI to write my caption. All right, so I'm going to add the URL here. All right, so this is a post on how to get more likes on Facebook. And I have my link in there, and I want to get a better caption for this. So I'm going to click AI content, and I'll choose this. Here you can choose a category. There's all kinds of categories that give you prompts that you can use to generate content. I'm going to start with just social media posts. This first one looks pretty good. Write a social media post about this link. Okay, simple as that. I click generate content. Okay, cool. It's written my caption for me. I'm going to copy this, go back here, and paste it in. It looks like my link's in there twice, so I'll take that out. Okay, there we go. I've got my caption. I've got my content here. Now that's step 2. Let's go down here to step 3, where we can customize the post by each network. Here's the Facebook post. Here's the LinkedIn post. You see a post preview over here, so you can see what it looks like. And here's the Twitter post. As many of you know, you don't really need the URL in a Facebook post like this or a LinkedIn post, but you do need to keep the URL in your tweet, in your Twitter post, in your X post. Hey, why don't we create some hashtags to put in the first comment? Let's do hashtags. It'll automatically generate hashtags based on your content. This looks good. I'll copy that. I'm going to paste it in here, the first comment. So I've customized the post for each network. And now this post is ready to go. All I need to do is click Save to Bucket. Now, before that, I'm going to check out the recycle setting. Recycle is a feature that allows you to recycle your evergreen content. And this actually is an evergreen post. This post really doesn't go stale, so I can continuously reshare it. So what I'm going to do is click Recycle Forever, turn that on, and then click Save to Bucket. All right, great. So my first post has been created, and I am going to move on to another kind of post. Let's go back here into Create Post. This time I'm going to upload some content from my computer, but I'm going to choose Quote Pics, and I'm going to upload here, click Upload, and I have a image saved on my computer. You can see it. Knowledge is knowing what to say. Wisdom is knowing whether to say it or not. Good quote. I'm going to go here to hashtags, and I'm going to add knowledge, wisdom. It'll generate some hashtags for me. And then I add those hashtags straight here. Maybe I'll add it down here and copy this. Okay, so I have my caption, I have my first comment, and now I am ready to review these. Actually, let's copy that caption down here. And same thing here, the first comment, and LinkedIn as well. Same thing for Twitter. And this is good to go. We're not going to recycle this one. Let's click Save to Bucket. Okay, added to plan. Let's close here and check out our quote pics. We've got our image here for each one. Okay, nice. So now you see we've created a link post and we've created a quote pic post. Now let's go in here and I'm going to show you how to create multiple posts at a time. For these last couple posts, we've chosen single post. You can also create multiple posts at a time. So I'm going to choose that. And I am going to here choose PP branded pics. This is for my Instagram account. And here's where I can upload multiple images at once and create multiple posts at once. So I will click upload images, PP social posts. I'm going to choose all 4 of those. Okay, great. I still have in my clipboard some hashtags that I used, and I am actually going to save those as a saved text that I can use anytime. I'll plug it in here and click Facebook likes, hashtags, add those, and save. And now I have that to use anytime. For example, if this is gone, I click here and there, and you'll see that those hashtags are added to all those posts. Okay. And now all I need to do, I have my PP branded pics bucket selected, and I click save to bucket. Okay, great. So now I have content in my branded pics bucket. I have content, 1 post in my quotes pics bucket, and I have 1 post in my blog posts bucket. Okay, now let's add some more. We've used single post twice and multi-post once. Let's try multi-post again. And this time we're going to add the RSS feed of Post Planner's blog. And we're going to generate all of the articles from that blog. To do that, just go here and go to my website. And if you have a website, you can usually just type feed or RSS at the end, and you'll get the RSS feed. Copy that, go back here, plug it in here. I'm going to choose PP blog posts and then upload articles from feed. So in total, we have 150 posts, basically 50 posts to each one of these profiles. And now I got to decide what I use as captions. And here's what I'm going to do. Remember, we talked about how on Facebook and LinkedIn, you don't want to have the URL in the caption, but in Twitter you do. So let's try to configure this. Let's actually remove Twitter. Okay, so we remove Twitter, and this is going to create posts for this bucket, but it's only going to create posts for Facebook and LinkedIn. And this way I can just use the link description. So these are placeholders that will pull the link description for each one of these. So I don't have to write separate captions on each one. I'll just pull the description because these descriptions have been optimized anyway for our blog, for SEO. So now I have all those optimized descriptions for Facebook and LinkedIn, and that's all I need. I'm going to turn on recycle forever on all of these and then apply to all. So that turns recycle forever on all of them. And then scroll down here and click save to bucket, 100 posts. Amazing. All right, so now I have 51 posts in each of these and only 1 here. I've noticed that this post I created, it didn't pull the featured image, but I know I have that likes post down there anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Same thing here. Okay, so now I have 50 posts. Recycle is turned on all of these, on both of them. Now I got to get those same 50 posts into Twitter, so I'm going to go back into the Composer, choose multi-post. I'll paste in the feed URL. It's going to pull up all the same ones, and this time I'm going to only choose Twitter by double-clicking. Okay, great. It's uploaded all those blog posts, and this time I'm going to actually use the link description plus the URL. Like this. And we'll make sure that it doesn't exceed the Twitter limit. Looks like it's all good. Okay, cool. And I'm going to turn recycle on forever. Apply to all. Recycle's on forever. So I have 50 tweets right there. And now I will click Save to Bucket. Okay, great. Now I have 51 posts. Again, I'm going to delete this one because it doesn't have the featured image. 50 posts in each of these. Now, the next step is to get more quote pics, all right? And this is where we're gonna go back to our content sources. So let's jump over here to content and open up our streams. And we're going to choose a bunch of images and just create a ton of posts very quickly. Okay, let's do this. Let's check out these one by one. So let's choose that. And now it's just a matter of clicking this plus sign on all of the images that we want to use. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go from stream to stream and click all the images that I want to create posts with right now. Okay, let's check these out. Now these are ordered by likes. They're sorted by likes from the last 12 months. I'm going to choose. Maybe we should choose the most viral up here. Hopeful. I like that. That looks pretty cool. I like that one. There's 5 there. Okay, there's 6. Now let's go to the next one. That one looks cool. That one's kind of funny. Let's go to the next one. Let's try that one. Let's do both those. Let's go to the next one. Let's do this. That one. That one. That one. Okay, so far we have 15. Let's check out a few more of these streams. That one. Boom, and one more. That one's kind of funny. And that one. How many do we have? 19. Let's do one more. That one's kind of funny. Okay, we've got 20 posts here, 20 images. Now let's click Create Posts. Okay, looks good, but this is the wrong bucket. We want to add these posts to quote pics. That's why we save these. And remember, quote pics goes to all of these. It's visual content, but it can be shared on all of these networks. So now our decision is, what do we put in the caption? And let's generate some hashtags. Inspiring content to pick you up. Let's try it. Okay, cool. I'm going to copy this one and add it here. Save these to bucket. Amazing. Okay, so now we have, look at this, how many posts we have. I have 150 posts in this bucket, 4 in this bucket, and 84 in this bucket, 21 on each. Now, finally, after we've created all these posts, we've done a lot of work here. Let's go over and see what our queue looks like. Let's go first to planned and just do these one by one. Here's my Facebook page, and you'll notice that I have 2 posts a day, 1 blog post and 1 inspiring quote pic. And you'll notice that I have the blog post is on recycle, the pic is not. And if I scroll down here, I have content all the way out to April 17th, which is 3 weeks of content that I just did in a few minutes. Let's check out my Instagram. It's a little bit different of schedule, remember. It does 1 post a day. And so now I have content, full content going out to April 7th, but I need to add some more of that branded content to fill this in. But I have content going out to May 4th here. And LinkedIn is the same as Facebook. My Twitter account's here. And the other view is calendar. Let's check out the calendar. And you'll see here's my Twitter account, and I have a full month's, well, almost a month's worth of posts here. Same thing for Facebook, Instagram. And one last thing to show you, if I go back in here into posts and I want to view my Instagram in grid mode, I can do that here. So there is what my Instagram grid will look like. And you can see here that I need to add more posts here. All right. That is how to get started with Post Planner. I hope you learned a ton in this video. There's all kinds of features, all kinds of power that you can use in Post Planner. We just barely scratched the surface. So I hope you dive in and learn more. If you have any questions, you can always hit me right here. This little chat, just hit there. Ask me a question. I will answer. This is Josh. And I wish you the best of luck this week. And let me know if you have questions. Onward.